Hey everybody, it's Flat Earth Santa coming to you. It's Wednesday, coming to you with What Not, Why Not for a 37th time. Can you believe it? It is craziness. We've got everybody backstage. We're going to bring them in one at a time. It is a packed house this week. It is going to be crazy. We're going to get a lot of information and you're going to have a lot of fun. So let's get started. First up, we've got the man, the myth from the land of 10,000 lakes. It is Soda Pop Comics.
What's up, you beautiful bastards? Happy hump day.
All right. We've got a brand new person coming to us. We've got he is a whatnot legend. It is Lots of Comics. Hey, Lots, how you doing? Oh, can you hear us? You tried to call me on Instagram. Hey, Lots, can you hear us? If you can hear us, just refresh the page. Let's see, something in the private chat. Oh. All right. Oh, there's Lots. There he is. Hey, there's Lots.
Sorry about that.
No problem, man.
What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up? Happy to be here.
Yeah, if you lose audio or anything, just refresh and we'll bring you right back in. There's a bug sometimes in the software. So, all right, we also have the What Not, Why Not accountant. It is Skipping Stone.
Hey everyone, nice to be here.
We're not going to do the intros this week just because we got so many people. We got to get going.
Okay, well, I'll do it for you. Rivet.
We've got, there's going to be a couple that are going to get done. We've got Omen Bids.
Hello. Thank you for having me again, Santa. Glad to be here.
Not a problem.
Bacon?
No, I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something. Bacon is good for me.
Had to be done.
All right. We also have Alien Warrior, the #1 rated Canadian on What Not, Why Not. Alien Warrior. How you doing?
Hey,
buddy?
guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Alien. A little teaser.
And we also have the crazy let's say he's
Just say he's crazy.
Well, he is crazy. He absolutely is. And it's just what I was gonna try to be nice and try to put up a little bit, but because all I do is mess with him. It is Punisher Rider.
I have arrived, and the NWO is here, baby.
Oh,
This place sucks!
No!
no.
NWO.
And we also have coming back another part of the NWO. It is Jay Slash.
What up, fam? It's your boy Jay Schless back in the building. NWO for life. No boss tonight, but we still gonna get it in. Thanks for having me, Flat. Good to see everybody.
Ooh, yeah. Steak on the 12-inch toasted roll. Peppers, onions, loaded up. Add that bacon, brother. Hitting the place order button. Dig it.
Order 77, hoagie up.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Flat. Yeah.
And last, because he's the oldest, it is the ancient one, Joey DWW1.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me again. How is everybody doing today? Happy humpy day.
Joey
in the building.
Yeah, I'm in the building, but I don't know where.
He's lost.
I'm on eBay.
You go up to those signs. They say you are here. And
It looks like the
works
panel of the Hollywood Squares on this bitch tonight.
It does.
I'll take Punisher Rider for the block.
I'll take
all right, so let's get started. We're gonna go along with the first thing we do every single week. It is good versus bad. We want to know what you saw that was either good or bad. Please, only one this week. We got a full panel. We got to get through it. So we're going to start around the horn. Soda Pop, what do you got?
I got two to choose from, but I'm going to go with one that didn't directly affect me just because it's kind of bullshit. I was on a stream this weekend, and they had a book that looked funny in the back. You could tell there was something wrong with it. Apparently, I'm the only motherfucker that noticed it, because when they pulled it up, it looked like trimmed, like seriously trimmed. So I called it out. I called it out. Said, hey, that book looks trimmed. Can you check it out? Can you put another book next to it? Then they and the chat started jumping on my ass. And they started the damn thing anyways. And I was like, hey, seriously, that looks trim. You might want to check it out. You better, it's better to know now than. So they put up another book next to it, like right on the same stand. And that thing was at least 1/8 of an inch trimmed. It was obvious. And again, apparently I was the only motherfucker that noticed it, but it was obvious. So yeah, they moved it. They had to have seen it too, because as soon as I was like, see. And they whipped that other book away right away. And the buyer overpaid on it anyways too. But yeah, that was just, support each other. If you see something, say something. It's not trying to interrupt your show. It's trying to keep you out of trouble. I would hope somebody would do that for me if I missed something. So fair warning, if you see something on my show, please tell me, because I'd rather have it known right away before that motherfucker leaves the door. You know what I mean?
That's it, baby. If you see something, say something.
Exactly. Don't get pissed off at somebody because they're trying to help you and keep your ass out of trouble.
Unless you're the motive or you're the reason for it, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why would you be offended about it?
Yeah. And then a couple of the people from the chat that weren't like trying to jump on my ass was asking me questions like, they've heard stories about them? Do you think they did it? And I was like, I can't speak on any of that. I don't know. I don't know them very well. I know somebody else in this panel knows them pretty good, but I'm not going to speak on that. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just telling you that book was fucking trimmed. It was at least 1/8 of an inch, and it was obvious. I could tell just by looking at it on the back when they had everything shown off in their little wall book area.
Good eye.
Thanks.
Good eye.
Well, I mean, I processed.
Can't get nothing by the pop, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I processed fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books a week. You see shit, and you just get an eye for it after doing it for so long.
Yeah, well, still good eye.
Yeah, but that's mine. Don't sell shit, especially, and don't be a dick if somebody's trying to help you out. They're not doing it to be mean. It's better to know before it leaves your door, and to and especially before it gets to somebody else's house, and because they might not notice it right away too.
Yeah,
I would say for me that's probably the biggest thing, right? It's not punitive. We're a community of people who are just trying to look out for each other.
Exactly.
And
It's not punitive, it's commutative,
Yeah. let's just assume positive intent and let's move on with our lives. Okay, it's trimmed. It's not. We're not saying you did it.
Right.
It just is. It's happened.
Yeah, what's up, Lottie? It's good to see you, brother.
What up, buddy?
And that's the thing too. We all should be looking after each other like that. I mean, we're trying to preach and teach, good, positive community, trying to help people do better sales, better customer service, how to do things right. Sometimes you miss shit, help each other out. That's all it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, Skipping. What's your good or bad this week?
Well, my good might be bad. I'm sure it's both, but we're going to talk about it later. And that happened on Jay Sless's show. So I'm not going to do any spoilers, but that was what my good and bad was for the week. So we'll just move on and hear what everybody else has to say.
All right, a little cliffhanger for you.
Exactly.
Little
dangling
That's
going
it.
on.
That's it. That's what they call a teaser right there, ladies and gentlemen.
little sprinkle of
Professional.
intense. Hey, Omen, what do you got? Good or bad?
Kind of piggybacking off Soda Pop. Same thing here. I just noticed a lot of sensitivity from mostly buyers. I had to approach a couple. I meant sellers. I had to approach a couple sellers that were behaving like animals in my chat, and they didn't like what I had to say and what I was trying to teach them and encourage them to conduct themselves better. They just weren't receptive of it. It kind of turned nasty, so I just let it go, removed them from my shows. They ended up blocking me, and all is well. But if you can't be approached as seller to seller with an issue, with feedback, with constructive criticism, then this just might not be it for you. Whatnot is a community effort, but we also all are responsible for our individual businesses. So conduct yourself like a brick and mortar business, and maintain that decorum. I'll say.
One thing that Omen just touched on was he says the community, like Whatnot, for whatever reason, like news travels fast. So if you're not going to be open to accepting feedback and stuff, not only the fact that you're selling books that are maybe off in grade or have defects, but you're gonna be, if you're an asshole, we're gonna find out pretty quick, and nobody's gonna want to help you. You're gonna be on an island all by yourself. So, like,
Exactly, man, and that's what sucks, and that's what happened is they ended up just kind of weeding themselves out, and now anytime they join any like mutual show, like mutual friends show, they put themselves in a very awkward position for getting so riled up and angry and upset. So
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Omen Bids is ahead of his time, brother. If y'all ain't checking that man out, he's a visionary. I'm listen. Don't sleep. That man gonna be running businesses here in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yep.
Together, baby, together.
My man.
All right, fellow Canadian, let's hear it, Mr. Alien.
Hey guys, thanks for having me, guys. And just to touch on the other stuff, transparency is always the best policy, guys. So yeah, absolutely, Rick and Omens. That's unfortunate. Those guys don't want to be receptive to criticism. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to go with a bad one this week. It happened to me. I have Werewolf by Night 32, a lower grade copy on my store, and somebody made an offer for it, and I accepted. And Whatnot said cannot process or something, and I was just like a very vague error message. And then I looked at my email, and it said, the thing didn't work. We've contacted the buyer, and we'll be in touch. I guess the gripe is the app didn't only shows you the usernames, like the buyer's name, right in the offer screen. So I didn't have a chance to screenshot it, like to get the guy's name so I could reach out to him after. Anyway, so it was like, that was kind of crappy. But the good thing is it got relisted, which I guess that's a good thing. I guess a step I saved. But yeah, a little annoying that you accept an offer and you can't even reach out, and I don't know what the heck's going on now. So. But anyway, hopefully that buyer reaches out again and gets the payment or whatever failed fixed, and I'll sell it to you again. And see everybody, guys. Thanks for having me.
Great to see you, Alien.
Nice. Mr. Punisher.
You too, buddy.
I would like to be put on the main screen because I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do bad, but I'm going to do something a little different.
You're going to go, you want on the main screen? Okay.
Yes, please.
All
Put your
right.
hands together. Now coming to the main stage.
All right, too many shows on
NWO
Whatnot.
representing hard.
You got all these amazing sellers. They put their books in their shop. They put their books. Too many shows. I'm traveling through Whatnot, through the comic shows. You show up a show, you see a blank board, and you go, "What are you guys looking for? What are you guys looking for?" Nothing in their shop, nothing, anything. And then they're like, "Hey, I got all these keys. Look at this. Look at this. Look, what do you guys want?" All this stupid shit. I'm seeing it over and over. Hey, did you guys see this? Did you guys see that book? Hey,
Yeah.
this is what I got. Or you'll see this shit. You'll see this shit where they'll have all these books laid out on the table and they'll be like this. Hey, what do you guys want? What do you guys want?
This is so real.
And it's like,
Dude,
what
you're
the
so
fuck are
right.
you guys doing? Like, seriously. Like,
they
if you're
do
not
that.
prepared for a show, if you're not prepared for a show, I'm just throwing that shit up there. If you guys are not prepared for a show, you don't sit there and have anything ready, what the fuck are you doing on?
Or they
At the
show
end
the
of the day.
books just like you did, and you see one and you call it out, and they say, "Oh no, not that one. We're not selling that one this week."
Oh yeah, like you'll sit there and go,
Why the hell you
"Oh
can't-
no, I'm saving this one for a special Star Wars show that I'm gonna do. I have 3 Star Wars books, and I know that'll go good with it."
Yeah.
Even worse, I'm saving this for another buyer of mine. That's
I've
terrible.
been seeing a lot of people putting these thumbnails on with books they have never owned and never will have. And trying
these
to
are
draw
scaredy
those
cat
people
sellers. I
in,
know what you mean.
you go
100%.
into that shit and they're like, "Yeah, I got this New Mutants, some fucking New Mutants, Micronauts, New 52, whatever bullshit."
Turok number 3.
Yeah, they don't even have the number 1.
Don't sleep on Turok now.
Don't you besmirch Turok number 3.
Tell
Don't you ever besmirch him.
That's my bad.
Turok.
That's my bad. I'm seeing a lot more of people like this, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? So that's my bad.
Yep. All right. Joey,
So you
what
show
have you
those
got?
books, you got to run them now, especially that
Yeah,
Treehouse of Horror.
that-
Please run it.
That's right. It is the rules of Whatnot. You show it, you run it. That's plain and simple.
You touched it, man. You touched it.
I need it.
Joey, go ahead.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. I was preoccupied with other events that I really did not pay attention to Whatnot at all in the last week. So I do have to agree with the last statement that was made by Punisher with all that bullshit going on with no books being put up or anything like that. I think it's ridiculous. So I'm gonna agree with Punisher on all that stuff, and that's my bad for the week.
Say that one more time, Joey.
I agree with Punisher, fucker.
Okay, there's 2 things. Joey, in your show, you're like, never say you're sorry. Well, it should be never say you're sorry and never agree with Punisher. Those are your 2
No,
rules.
I have to agree with it because when I do peruse shows and I see shows like that, I just get the hell out, man. I ain't got time for that bullshit.
All right. Mr. J. Sless, what do you got?
Man, you know I like to keep it positive. So what I will say is over the Memorial Day weekend, Boss and I got to run 3 shows. So nice we had to do it thrice. So it was a beautiful weekend, both with the family and on Whatnot. And it was real nice. So and like Skippin said, we do have a bad that we're going to talk about, but it was a bad kind of good too, silver lining for me also, and we will definitely get into that in a little bit. But no, I'm all positive over here, and it was a great Whatnot weekend with the 3-piece. So a little hat trick action.
Nice.
Nice. Lots, what have you got that you saw good or bad this week?
Yeah, so I got good. I also had a really good weekend, like JS said. I was able to run like 3 or 4 shows. It was great. There's a new seller, BT Thang. I don't know if you guys ever run into him. He was a buyer of mine. He's recently got his selling stripes. And I was in his stream and he was way overgrading stuff. Way overgrading. Like he was way off and I could just see the disaster down the street, you know, when you see what's gonna happen as a new seller is gonna sell something as VF. It's nowhere near that. And so off to the side, I kind of told him like, hey, like, how do you grade your stuff? Like, what do you use? Like, so we talked through some stuff, gave him a couple of my like quick hitter things. I said, don't be against AI if you need to use it to get started. Like, do it, but don't put something up you're not sure. Like, text me, call me, I'll look at it. The last thing you want to do is put yourself in a situation where you're having to give away hundreds of dollars because you're not able to meet the standard of what you sold. He was very appreciative, which I appreciated, and he took the feedback. You know, his stuff's looking a lot better, a lot clean, a lot more on par with what it should be. And I hope the best for him. He's a good kid. So I
Yeah,
just wanted to make sure he was set for success.
he seems like a good kid. He's absorbing like a sponge from me too. So
Good.
yeah, good
Um,
guy.
Way to school him, Lotsy. That's lovely.
I'm gonna send you something, lots, that I give to pretty much everybody. It's sort of a rule of thumb grading, where by point system, what you should take off of for each thing, like a spine tick
Mhm.
or whatever. It's a good rule of thumb for everybody learning when they're starting out.
A
That's
little
great.
Santa cheat sheet for that
I'll
ass.
honestly, I'll put it in my notes. Like I'm a big fan of transparency, so that's something I could put out to the community and just say, hey, if you're wondering why I grade this way and why it's in the description that way, use this. This will help you.
Yeah,
So,
it's a good thing that comes specifically. It's from the CGC how to grade book.
mhm,
They don't use their own standards anyways, but it at least gives you an idea to start from.
that's
Ballpark.
that's great.
Santa, would you send that to me too? I'd like to learn.
Absolutely, I think I've sent it to most of you already, but
I
yeah,
don't
anybody that
understand. It's
doesn't
a
have...
9-8 book, and this part of the book, it's a 9-8. I don't know about the rest of it.
I mean,
But
right,
from this
right
section of the
here.
book,
Be
it looks
like,
like a
that's like
9-8
when you
to
go
me
out
all
and play
day.
golf. You're like, I shot a 78, and you're like, yeah, but what did you shoot on the back nine?
No, I shot a
It's-
78 and then it got too cold, so I went home.
That's right, exactly.
I actually saw that today. I want you to know someone doing that.
I just don't understand. Like, if they had set themselves up for success with like that one page or anything, like we wouldn't run into, hey, there's a crease on the front cover, and then you're telling me it's VF. No, it's not. Like, we know this. It's pretty basic. It's the one thing CGC is actually consistent about
Yeah.
is that. So,
Yeah, especially when it's on the front cover. On the back
yeah,
cover, they're a little...
exactly.
They can be iffy, right?
Yep.
Again, if you're seeing a crease, it doesn't matter how small. Factor in
Fine.
at least... Yeah, well...
I under promise, over deliver on
Yeah,
whatnot.
There
Yeah.
you go.
It depends on the size. Again, it always depends on the size. When
Yeah.
it adds, but again, this is all in the thing. When it adds up, if it adds up to this much inch of whatever, deduct this much, whatever. Again,
I
it's
always
all
tell
part of it.
people like whatever you grade it at, go 2 under, and you'll never be in a pricing issue.
Yep.
If you're asking for premium prices, it better be a premium book.
Yep. All right. We're gonna go to the first topic, and the first topic is, do whatnot promotions actually work? And not only because new people, whatnot likes to say, hey, promote your thing, we spend money with us and we'll get you people. Do they actually work? And I want to get everybody's opinions on it and their experience. So let's start with Jay Sless. What have you got, buddy?
So I'm sorry, Flat. I had just checked in on my daughter. What was the question again? I apologize.
Do whatnot promotions work?
Oh, no, okay. So whatnot? Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Should new people or new sellers use it?
So here's my outlook on that. I have run a number of promotions. I have had my show promoted organically through the stream. I would say there is some value in the promotion. Um, I just can't quantify that. So I don't necessarily know if it's worth the full, what is it, $25 for the full boost. If you were going to do it yourself. Now, obviously, if your community wants to boost you, that's a great honor, first of all, or an individual. And I think there is a lot of value in it, but again, to what degree that quantifies to actual dollars and new buyers, I don't have any hard data on that. So, but I would definitely say there is value in it. Every time we have it done, we always see the new streamers that are popping in through the boost. We thank the booster, whoever it was, or the group of boosters promoting the show. But I would definitely say there is some value in it, at least to get some new eyes on you that you may not have gotten otherwise. But again, as far as quantifiable dollars, I don't have any hard data to track that. So I couldn't intelligently speak directly to that quantifiable number. But those are my thoughts on the promotion on
Nice.
whatnot.
Okay. We're going to go a little bit of jumping around. So we're going to go to Soder. We're going to go tic-tac-toeing around the board. So, Mr. Soder.
I yes and no. I've had negative experiences with it on heavy day cycles where there's a lot of people running. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays. There's just too many people on. My Thursday shows, it helps out a lot. So what happens is when you're done running your show, they'll give you a notification, and one of the notifications, one of the things on the notification is promotion dollars or how many views came in, and then promotion dollars made from the promotion from those people that came in. My Sunday shows, it doesn't help out at all. My Thursday morning shows where there's not a lot of people on or as many people on, there's significant dollars that have been made based on that. And those people started coming into my Sunday shows and my Tuesday shows. So I'm finding great benefit from doing it on Thursdays. But on my Sunday shows or Tuesday nights, there's just too many people on. There's too much, I wouldn't say competition because I don't look at it that way, but there's a lot of other sellers that I don't see the benefit.
Okay.
That's just data. Right. Speaking strictly data.
Okay. Awesome. So your opinion is use it on a feeder show, not on your main show when there's lots of other people running.
Yeah. That's okay. What my data supports for me. I can't speak for anybody else, but
okay. Skipping.
Well, so like Soda just said, I've done it where I read the report and my dollars to income versus what was spent by me did not they basically balanced out, right? But as a seller or as a buyer boosting a show, I did it 3 times this weekend. And I did it when I had somebody that was there on their own phone to just check and see if their show actually boosted up in the category. And it did not. It didn't show that they went any higher after the boost was activated. Now, I was talking with the gentleman about it. He was running one of the guys I boosted. And I did the full boost, and I noticed his numbers didn't increase in viewership. And I asked him about if he had an increase in sales or anything. And one of the guys that was in his stream, or gals, I'm not sure gender wise, had said that they had noticed over the last 3 updates that the promotions didn't seem to be working, and they had emailed Whatnot about it. And indeed, that there has been a glitch in that, and they are working on it. So, my question then was, well, are they going to refund everybody who paid for boosting if it's not actually working at this current time, as of the weekend? And of course, I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, but I say don't do it. I say save your money. Tip the seller, or buy something from her. I don't know, but to support them. But I personally am not seeing any growth, and certainly not of this weekend. When I did the three boosts, 'cause I did Jay, and I did a clothing seller, and I did a rock seller, and I didn't see any increase in their shows. Now, Jay, I don't know, did you have John, did you have any when I boosted your show, did you see any significant increase in viewership? Because when we were looking at my friend's phone, you didn't go up any higher in the category.
Right. I definitely saw people coming in from the community boost. As far as total viewers, I don't know, as they were coming and going, I guess, they were probably just negating each other, those leaving, those coming in. But no, I definitely saw people coming in from that community boost. So, those are the kind of things that I was saying earlier that I could speak to by seeing the viewers come in. And then, obviously, occasionally you do gain some additional customers from that. But on the whole, yeah, I don't really have. I think it's a nice thing to do, but I may be inclined to agree with you, Trust, as far as like tipping or maybe taking another avenue versus the promotion. But it is cool to do. It feels good when it happens, and I think there is some value to it. Like Sider said, with his metrics, he's definitely seen some on at least one of his shows. So I think maybe there's something to do with that as far as like when you do it and how it's done. So
You didn't see growth because everybody was already there, JS. I mean, who else was there?
no doubt, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Kids, cats, and dogs. That's about all you could add.
My man.
Okay, Omen, what have you got to say? What have you seen?
I'm kind of on the same page with Teresa that, it mostly not worth it from what I've seen, but I do think there are instances that it could be worth it. The downside of these boosts and promos and all that is Whatnot doesn't really do their due diligence in educating their buyers on utilizing these tools. They just use it for a money grab, and a comic streamer with 5 viewers pays the same $25 for a 15-minute boost as a pallet liquidation seller with 1.2 thousand viewers in his room. So who's going to benefit more from that $25 15-minute boost? Obviously the pallet liquidation seller. So I think it's just something for a lot of new sellers, individual sellers to gauge on their own. But more so, my perspective personally is, anytime I pay money for anything in life, it's just a matter of cutting out that time from doing it myself. It's just a convenience factor. I'm someone who believes I can do anything I put my mind to. So with that same $25 for that 15-minute boost, I could pay myself for 30 minutes with that same $25 and, go on Facebook and Discord and Instagram and make a bunch of posts and share a bunch of stuff that will promote the show more organically and get a lot of more natural eyes on it rather than, a clickbait type of engagement and impression.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why Omen is going where Omen is going. My man is doing, you know what I'm saying? This man is diabolical, boy. I'm trying to tell
I
you.
appreciate you, man. I mean, we all know it on the panel, the consistency, all that. That's, what really brings those buyers in. If you get a 1 second engagement from that boost, I mean, it's just money wasted in my eyes. If you have the money, the convenience is important to you, then by all means do it. But gauge it. Jay Sluss the other day when Teresa boosted him, he was already up and kind of booming in his room, getting more activity and engagement. So that boost did help him get more people in. But if you're running kind of a slower show, it's not really picking up any momentum, you're stuck under 10 viewers, the boost isn't really going to do as much for you as it would if you were, already getting natural engagement. So just do your due diligence and don't rely on it so heavily. Do try to utilize those other free avenues first.
Nice.
I also would like to add that don't boost your first or don't promote your first couple shows because it's already being done for you.
Yes.
Right. Yep. Lots. What's your take on it? What do you see?
I'm a little bit on the opposite side. So, if you actually look, I boost a lot. Why? First, if you're a new seller, I wouldn't boost ever. Like, don't boost yourself. Don't waste the money. Focus on your craft. Focus on how you're showing up on camera. Focus on making good end roads with other sellers that will raid you. That is the number one thing that will get you new viewers. If I got somebody who will co-sign me and raid me, they will buy from you. That's just my opinion on that. 2, as far as boosting, so I put in the chat, like, it's based on Uber Flex. You can actually boost under what they tell you. So if it says, hey, you should do $25 because you have X amount of followers, it doesn't matter. You can still boost it $5 if you want to. You'll still get the algorithm push a little bit, but why I do it is it puts me at the top of the list. So those days, like Soda talked about on like Saturday and Sunday, even if I boost for $5, at least I'm at the top of the list. So if there's 50 people on, maybe my followers will see, oh, I didn't realize that was on. I missed that notification. They'll pop in. So that's why I boost a lot, especially on busy days, just simply because of priority seating in the dashboard. The other thing I'll tell you is with boosting, I've seen specifically with giveaways, that seems to be what drives the most people in when boosting. So if you do get a boost, I would recommend, take it for what it is. Try throwing a givey up. I see almost double the amount of heads than I do when I'm just running books or whatever. So that's just my point of view on it. If you have the extra money, it's great, but I think to Omen's point, there's a lot more things you can do with your money to get more buyers if you're looking for buyers. So
Good input.
That's a question I kind of have for you too, man. Given you're like a more seasoned seller than I am, like when you do a $25 boost, let's say, and then you do run a givey, let's equate that at $5, you're $30 all in. Do you see
5 ad
that
shipping.
return, right? And then you see that return on investment, based off of that spending, and when don't you?
I don't ever see return on investment on Sunday. For whatever reason, Rich called it out. Sunday, for whatever reason, is not a good day for me either. Just sales in general for me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't go to church or something, but I don't do well on Sunday. But I think you have to be very on purpose with like what's the what is the intent of my boost? Like, you can't just go in there and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna boost it," right? Like, are you gonna boost early? Are you gonna boost late? Like, I don't. There's sometimes I don't boost at the gate because I know I'm gonna get a bunch of notifications going across people when I go live. So I'm gonna get a good broom anyway when I go live. It'll be after maybe hour two just to like get a second win, get the juices flowing. I'll stretch my legs. I'll throw a boost on it. I'll do a giveaway just to refresh the room a little bit, get some new blood in. Races.
That's a good point. That's a good point about when during your show you're boosting versus maybe the whole show or at the beginning. That's good. That's a good input.
Yep. I'm gonna go next to Mr. Alien.
All right, guys. Yeah, so just a lot of great points made already. I definitely love the boost plus givey combo, and definitely echo the points on the raid. I as a seller, I've used the small $5 boost promotion thing before, just to kind of, as Lot said, refresh the room, get some new folks in there, and put you at the top of the dash. But when I'm a buyer, I would prefer to give them a straight tip because I know it goes right to them. Like, I don't think there's any takeaway. Like, you give them $5, they get $5. And yeah, I think with respect to promotions, I also think it hasn't been mentioned yet, but I like the rewards program. I think that's a great way to sell your brand, put your little flair to it. I love it how it's customizable. Yeah, generally, I prefer tipping as a buyer. For selling, I've only used the promotion once or twice, so I probably don't have a good spectrum on it, but definitely love the rewards program, guys.
Okay. Mr. Punisher.
I'm gonna take this in a whole different direction.
Go figure.
15-minute boost, $25. You do that a couple times a show. That shit adds up. Would you get a better promotion if maybe on your thumbnail you're giving away a $50 book, a $100 book, something bigger? I have seen it over and over again with a lot of these shows. They're giving away PS5s, they're giving away Nintendo Switches, they're giving away a premium book as their promotion. So that may be the better, because guess what? That $25 last 15 minutes, that promotion on your thumbnail could last your entire show. So think about that. How much money is going to be spent into that? I also agree with, you go into a show, I would rather give the tip to the buyer and maybe promote a giveaway. Say, hey, let's do a giveaway, or go in and buy a book and then say, give it away. We've seen that on shows. That's been amazing. We've seen it on the JS Les show. We've seen it on a lot of places where that is just turned into an amazing thing. Another thing you can do to promote is not only use social media, but also when you get into a show, you know who your buyers are. You know who some of your guys, come in and tag those people. That helps the seller a hell of a lot more. Tag some people that you know that come into your room and like those types of books, or certain things that you know what they like, because we've been on this platform long enough. Tag them and try to bring them in the room. They see your name, they see you tagged them, more likely they're going to come in. As a new buyer, as a new seller, what are you promoting? That's where you got to ask yourself the question. If you just got a small handful starting, maybe you got a small collection and you maybe have one or two nice books and the rest of them are, in that, $2 to $5 range, and you're blowing $25 out the wad immediately, you're already in the hole. That maybe, think of it in a little bit different way. So it's definitely, to me, I think that money going straight to Whatnot is like extending your car warranty when you get that phone call. I mean, keep giving that money to Whatnot, and Whatnot just feeds off that shit. And it's just, I don't want to give Whatnot any more money because I personally don't feel like Whatnot has given the comic community and the comic category the same love as they have done a lot of other categories. So why am I going to give them more money? They already take enough from us. So that's just my opinion.
Can I
Okay.
jump in one thing that Punisher said that was really good?
Yep.
And I think he mentioned JSLS does it as well. Like I try to, whenever somebody raids me, I always do a giveaway, but I always try to put their name in the giveaway. It's really important, especially if it's a newer seller. I want them to understand and see like I saw them. I appreciate you bringing people to me. I'm gonna get you back in a positive way in the future show to take care of them as well. Like that's probably the most personal thing you could do is trust somebody with your clientele. So I view it as a very it's very important to me to do right by them when they do that.
Lots, you're going to understand this is your first show and welcome. You're going to learn a lot. It's always, I agree with Punisher. That's you're going to hear that a lot tonight.
I plead the fifth.
Never. It's against my terms of service. All right, Mr. Joey, take us home.
All right. In my opinion, I think that Whatnot created that in good intentions, but it wound up being a money grab for Whatnot. Like everybody said, like they just mentioned, keep on feeding money to Whatnot and not getting anything out of it. I tried it once. I've tried it at different stages of my shows, and I've seen no increase in traffic whatsoever. I've had other people do it also and got with them and asked them what did they see, and the same thing, got nothing. The community boost does work a lot better. I've seen that work. Okay. But as Omen says, that $25 that you're going to put towards a boost and Whatnot, I think that you have other avenues, like Omen said, to go and promote your show and get a better response, because you can get millions of eyes on your post from TikTok, Instagram, Google. So try spending your money and you know, keeping the money in your pocket and maybe getting better promotional status, because if you promote your show for a while, okay, and you have a lot of people just do pop-up shows, you're never going to get anything on pop-up shows. So I think you're better off spending your money more wisely, like Omen said. And like I said before, I have never seen an increase on anybody's boost whatsoever, except on a community boost.
Okay. Well, that's a.
I mean, it is a lot of fun when you see that thing pop and the confetti comes out and everybody's all excited, and you know, but it's like that chocolate chip cookie. It as soon as the cookie's gone, it's like, okay, back to the show.
Yeah.
See, what I also do is I do the giveaways, but I also do sponsored giveaways. Like if somebody purchases something, I'll say this giveaway is sponsored by Punisher Rider, you know, and they really enjoy that. It makes them feel good that, you know, hey, I sponsored that giveaway, you know. But giveaways are a better way to get more eyes in your room, because Discord, there's a group out in Discord that will notify a whole bunch of people, hey, you know, that person's running the giveaway, that person's running the giveaway.
Oh, they've got bots in going room to room. And they automatically, as soon as they see a giveaway, it gets posted. Trust me, it's out there.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Okay, so we're going to go to topic. Oh, we lost Punisher again, probably because of the stupid things when people come in and out. We're going to go to Unruly and Troll buyers. Yeah, there he is. We're going to go to Unruly and Troll buyers. And what do you do? How do you handle them? Obviously, of course, having mods is one of the main reasons. I'm just going to take that out of the way. Having mods to kick them out. But how do you deal with them personally when you're running the show? This is going to create a problem when everyone's popping in and out. Yeah, it's this is why I say use a laptop. It makes it a million times better if you don't use a phone.
Or
Okay.
use the Samsung. I've never had a problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
I use
Okay,
my iPad, no problem.
Okay, we're going to go. Let's start with. Let's try lots.
Hello, sir.
Yes. No. Did you hear?
Circle gets the square.
Yeah. how did you handle unruly and troll buyers?
I don't get a ton, honestly, but when you have them, you gotta also keep in mind you're dealing with the general public, just like if you were working in any business out on, your storefront, an Albertsons or whatever. So I typically will DM them on the side first if it's something. So like actually I got my first under 5-star review in like 2 years the other day. A guy said I said it was a VF copy. I put all my grades in the bin. There's no way I said that. It was a VG copy. The listing says anyway, I'm not gonna go down that road. I actually DM'd him on the side. I'm like, hey man, like, regardless of what I may have misspoke or something, like, I apologize. Like the intention was not to mislead you if you felt misled. And I try to take care of it before it ever gets to the whatnot like team, if you will. Um, Even if it's something as small as like I didn't like the shipping packaging, I tend to try to reach out to those people and understand why. Typically, if you just ask them why and you just listen to them, they're usually pretty good. Um, Unruly, uh, I have no tolerance for like if anybody's getting loud. Like if you've heard it before, like at the end of the day, it's paper and staples. I have a 13-year-old daughter that makes anybody like that can send me into another realm in a second. There ain't nobody on whatnot who can hold a candle to her. So I just move on with my life if you're gonna get all bent out of shape over paper and staples.
Okay. That's definitely smart. Smart words of wisdom. That should be the whatnot way. If you don't get it bent out of shape for paper and staples. That's probably that should be at the top of our category.
Well, and I have a couple friends who are now sellers, and they take things very personal. I'm like, you have to understand in the business world, especially when you're putting your name on the business, it's not personal to you, it's personal to the professional you. So you have to get thicker skin and understand they're not coming at you, they're not coming at you personally. But if they're wrong, take all the proper procedures. There's nothing saying you can't contact whatnot proactively before they circle around to you. I've done that before. Like it's one of those things where just go through the process and things will usually work out.
Nice.
Lots of professional boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. We're gonna go to Mr. Joey.
Okay, so, and the way I see it is if you get unruly people in your room, you have mods to control that also, but you need to kill them with kindness and let them know that, stuff like that is not tolerated, in the stream. Especially if they're getting really, bad with other people. And like Lot said, it's not personal and you can't take it personal. But if you let them know that, I think it's a lot easier because I've seen a lot of people, go off on people who are unruly in their rooms, which I think is very, very unprofessional. All right. And you can't do that because you can't trash talk people in your room. And like Lot says, you can report them automatically right then and there, for unruly behavior or, and anything that's going on. And I've seen the mods, I think do handle it really well and I know everybody's got their special mods in there that that you've known for a while. They will not tolerate it, and they will do what has to be right. And if they keep on doing it, you block them, and that's it. Just get them out of your room. You don't need that bad aura in your stream.
Nice. All right. Alien?
All right. Yeah, guys. I not necessarily have a lot of experience with this, but I do sympathize, basically with what's been said. I've had other platforms, buyers try to bully me into try to sell something for whatever, or it almost felt like extortion. And it was just like, okay, get lost, positive vibes only here. After all, I'm doing this for my daughter. So it's like, I want people to be satisfied, with it. It's my personal collection. It's just here. I'm trying to raise some money for my little girl. But yeah, it's a business too. So your reputation matters. And Joe said, kill him with kindness. I like that too. I always try to have the benefit of the doubt in mind. Being proactive with the support is also a good idea too. I always encourage my buyers, just, if there's any questions you have, reach out. I'm usually loitering on someone's stream. Hit me up, right? Like, I will take your question or email, whatever. So, and I give my card with my phone number in it everywhere I to every customer. So if you have a question or a concern, please reach out. I like to try to solve issues. I want your satisfaction rather than your, this kind of mess. But I've seen some buyers try to be kind of tough guys, and I don't have a lot of time for that. It's just like, I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun while I'm here on Earth, So anyway, I like to try to reach out to the customer and solve for their issue. So if they have a question, or if they're like, oh, this wasn't disclosed or something like that, all right, no problem. I'll happen to refund them. I've done that before if they insist. Like I said, my customers are what matters. So I try to make sure that everybody's happy. But even with some of the, like I said, I don't really have a lot of experience with this on live, but there has been a couple that have come in, and it's like they're just acting weird, and it just seemed like, okay, maybe we should just block them. Or bowed them rather. But yeah, I'm kind of interested to hear the other strategies from the other panelists. But I like to try to keep a positive thing going. And I'm not sure what else I can say. I just like to be able to help people find their books. And I don't know. I'm rambling. Sorry, guys. More weed.
Uh,
Pass the Dutchie to the left-hand side, baby.
Mr. Soder, I know you've had some definitely in the last couple days.
Yeah, but mine's usually not during the stream. I usually get the assholes that like try to do stupid shit after. During the stream, while everybody else was talking, I was trying to think of actual instances during the show. And I would say the way my show is conducted, it is highly encouraged to talk shit. Hell, I'm known for calling people like names in my show, just all in good fun. And, the chat gets into that too, and everybody's just having a good time. So either they get lost.
I can attest to it. This is true.
Yeah, he calls me names, and suddenly the chat's like, "Oh, we get to bust on flat now."
No, but it's always good fun, and everybody gets in the vibe. So I think if there has been some, and I'm going to go to a couple that I do remember, but for the most part, they probably get lost in the shuffle because everybody's just thinking it's somebody talking shit. But the couple times where I do remember, I don't remember what it was about, but the mods in the chat, usually I find out about it afterwards because I'm usually like multitasking, as is Mel. So when I like go back and or something catches my eye, and I'm scrolling back up, I like pause a little bit, or I'm showing a book off, and yeah, the chat, even more so than the mods, they're the ones that usually do the policing. The like Zilla and Mike, they're pretty laid back. I think I've had Zilla like get a little testy, but in a really nice way with somebody one time. But other than that, the chat's the ones that have always been doing their own policing, which is pretty damn cool. But yeah, most of my experience is jackasses after the show.
Okay. Skipping. You've had some unruly people in the past, especially like in the toy shows. But
I'm sorry,
how do you
Skipping.
Joey said he was sorry.
All's forgiven.
What do you do? Obviously, you've got the same mods with Zilla, but what else have you got?
Well, I don't get a lot of it. So, and especially now that I've established myself a little bit more. So, and then when it does happen, a lot of times, like Soda was saying, I miss it, right? I'll miss it completely, and the mods have already handled it, and you know, I've had customers that where my mods had handled it. I know I had a situation back when Fellers was one of my main mods, and I mean, even in his own explanation, he was saying exactly what my mod was saying, and that was that he was out of line. And I mean, he wasn't saying he was out of line, but in his explanation of what had happened, it was out of line. And I just let him know that I trust my mods, and my mods have been given the authority to boot someone from the show if needed. And apparently it was needed. They felt it was needed. Now, I've had some where I did catch it, and I asked him what the problem was, and offered him a reach around, and said, it's okay, and all's going to be okay. And
do they pay extra for that? Or?
And that's why we love Skipping.
That's value add. That's value added.
I'm about to spit out my coat.
It's true. It happened.
That'd be a good networking technique too, by the
way. and when you offer someone
when
you offer someone a reach around, it kind of shuts them the fuck up, right? and puts it back in their place. Now, after a sale has happened and they become like a little troll, like
after said reach around has been performed,
and they still aren't satisfied, then that's when you take the high road and you try and resolve the issue to the best of your ability. And if it can't, then you direct them to Whatnot to ask for a refund and move on, right? But first you try and resolve the issue. Sometimes they just need to be heard out, and you can always refer them back to the video and let them and what I would say when you do that, watch the video yourself first, right? Whenever you get a complaint or an issue of maybe not as it's not as described, and because I did have one guy that came back at me like that, and I do try and show the books thoroughly, sometimes a little too much sometimes. And when he had made his complaint, I had shown the ticks on it, and I had rewatched the video, and then I responded back. And if it's one where it's they're a little testy, and I keep saying he because all mine have been he's. Sometimes I've taken and waited to respond to calm myself down, because otherwise I can get hot-headed too. and two hot heads isn't going to ever solve anything. And so, taking a step back, processing it for a moment or an hour or even a day if needed, and just simply respond, let me look into the situation, right? So you've responded, giving yourself the time to research it, look at your video, look at the situation, reread a couple times what they have said, and try and read between some of their mistypings, and then it's okay to go back and ask them a question. Is this what you're saying to me? And sometimes, and as such, the question has been, no, that's not what I meant, right? And then you're able to like, okay, well then let me answer the question you meant to ask in the first place. And that's always helped for me. Certainly taking a step back is helpful. And then there's just some people that you just can't satisfy. And then you just, like I said, send them to Whatnot, get your refund, block them from future shows, and move on.
But not before a reach around.
Exactly. If you can't
Exactly.
reach around, there's no reaching them at all.
No, you can't. Because I've
Can I
had
say something real quick?
Yeah. Are you going to tell me how to reach around properly?
No,
I
missed that.
I wouldn't dare skipping.
No, what I was gonna say is I'm obviously tight with Maria Colette, and I don't know why, but for some reason in her stream she gets a lot more unruly people too, and I have to like talk to them on the side and stuff. I don't know why that is. I don't know, skipping, like I see it a lot in female.
Did we lose Flat on his own show?
I don't know.
It
I
does
don't know
happen.
why.
It does happen on a lot with us women.
It really does, and it's really shitty.
Yeah, it does. And typically, if you're doing things right, and you're not, as a seller, you're not always right. Sometimes you do make mistakes, right? And that's why it's good to go back and revisit the video and investigate the situation a little bit, not just take it on emotion and I'm right, you're wrong kind of status. And and do a thorough look at the situation and try and look at it from both sides. And most of the time it gets put to rest. But if it doesn't, block them. I mean, and let them get their refund and move on. I don't have a lot of the situations, and as of the last, pretty much this year, since the year started, it's been almost non-existent. I think I've had 2 issues, and but I'm eager to hear Jay's story. Can we go to Jay? Or are we going to him last?
If we could go to me, I would appreciate it, because I think I might have to cut it off here pretty soon, if that's all right with you, Flat.
Sure, that's fine. By the way, for those that are on iPhone and are getting kicked out or losing audio, use the official iPad or iPhone app, I guess, for StreamYard. That's part of the reason. It's Safari that's having a problem. Anyways, go ahead.
Perfect. Well, like we were talking about backstage, you're nobody till somebody trolls you. You know what I mean? But we did have an incident this weekend, as a matter of fact, where somebody had come in and I had put up a Wolverine 1 through 4. It was the Havoc and Wolverine set by Muth, I believe, is the artist on that one. But a nice little 1 through 4 piece. And listen, sometimes things get bit up on our show, and it's great. It's a good time. I make a big deal out of it. We go in on it, and everybody has a good time. Well, to this particular occasion, we started it off $30 for the set, and it gets up to $50, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're really going after this one, and it goes up to $100, and I'm like, well, damn, this is getting a little crazy now. And it gets up to about 175, 200. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't real. And I knew it around 175 or 200, there in abouts, that it was not real, that it was a troll. At that point, though, I was helpless. I couldn't do anything about it other than just go with it. So I gave, I put my all into it. I sold it. It was like a WWE production, brother. I made it out to be everything that, everybody was hoping it was going to be. And in the end, it was like almost $1,000 that they did it.
964.
There you go. Flat was saying so. There was a lot of, and listen, here's me being the silver linings guy. Here's me. This is the way I thought about it. I blocked him after the show. It's whatever. But here was my thought process. It had kind of been a slow show up until that point. We had a decent amount of people in the room, but for that like 2 minutes, we jumped up like 10 people. And then after that was over, the bidding really picked up because that was, it charged the room up. So silver linings, although the 964 did not go through, it definitely allowed the room to get a little, hype in it, a little energy. And after that, the show really, we closed out really well. So, like I said, silver linings guy over here, but it was crazy. I will say that. I had people hitting me up afterwards, like, tell me that payment went through.
Well, I messaged Skip and I'm like, this ain't going through. And then I put it in the chat. And then what made it good, not only are you playing it up, but so is the boss. The boss like, you should see him. My God, he's dripping sweat. He's like, oh my God, I gotta get him water.
Well, listen, we're all about the entertainment value. And, I guess that there was an outside shot that it was real, but, we had a 99.9% feeling it was not. But nonetheless, we played to it. We blocked them afterwards and we turned, what could have been a negative into a positive. So it was all good. It was fun.
They were holding up the show, too.
They were. I saw that comment about hijacking the show, and I was in the part of me was like, "Well, shit! If they gonna bid it up to $1,000, they can hijack it all they want." But then again, I knew it wasn't going down. Like
JS, can you unblock my second account, please? Thanks.
Yeah. Alternate.
The alter ego of lots. We found them. We got them.
It's on it today.
So they were not normal customers of yours, because I could have sworn I seen Scott around in there before.
So here's, I wasn't going to get into all that, but I'll touch on it a little bit. The Hank the Tank guy, I had actually had him in there before, and his payment had failed before. So I don't recall ever seeing the Scott C guy, but when I went to block him, Hank the Tank, that is, I saw his name, and it was like Scott something that started with a C, and I was like, oh, okay, so he just had 2 dummy accounts and was running the shit up himself. So yeah.
Oh, okay. It was that.
Yeah, it was him against him.
His payments failed.
I don't understand why they would do this. It sounds like a scam they're trying to do with the credit card. Because it's like a chargeback. I've had this on my website, and I was a victim of a chargeback scam. The credit card goes through at first, and then they issue a chargeback, and then I thought it was legit. I sent the book, and then I had to pay back it was $1,000 book essentially too. But why would there be troll accounts? I don't get it.
I can't really speak to that. I don't know how or why they would do something like that. Like you said, either maybe a scam or, that's the only thing that I can really think of. But I know there is a way to do like a buyer's verification, but I haven't done that simply because I don't want to alienate anybody that may have not gone through that process. That's a valid buyer. But I guess with that comes some of those types of risk. But I have seen that guy in the stream before. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but obviously after that number, I had to call it a day for him and block.
So I looked at the account on Hank's account, and because I was like, I could have sworn I've seen Scott around, right? So I didn't look at his profile, but Hank has got followers and is following 69. One was 69 and one was 72. I can't remember which was followers versus following. So it's not like it's a just created 00 account, right?
Right.
So I thought that was very interesting, and I could have sworn I've seen Hank before as well. And it may have been on your show, or it may have been on one of the other streams, or possibly both, right?
Right.
But I thought it was interesting because obviously they were trolling, and it sounds like it was the same person that they had followers, and they weren't just a newly established account doing this.
Right.
Yep. Okay. We're going to move on to Mr. Omen Bits. What do you deal with for troll and whatever people, especially the gilfs, because they love you.
They love him.
Those ones are hard to deal with. I will tell you that those ones get a little awkward sometimes.
Well, we don't call them cougars. We call them Thundercats, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, man. But no, you guys touched on everything solidly. So I'll take it in a little different direction and touch on like unruly sellers in your show, which is very well possible. Also, something I deal with more so than unruly buyers. Actually, just in the last couple of weeks, I've had 2 different sellers straight up advertise their actively live show in my show. One was a friend, one was a stranger. So either way, it's just not cool. I'm someone that's for the community. I have a Discord server built for buyers and sellers to connect. So I don't know what else I could do to allow you guys to promote, but doing so like right in the middle of my show was definitely a wild one to deal with. And I did take a step back and let them know, like, hey, man, come on, that's not cool. And then just moved on as I normally would. Did remove them from the show. And then, just carried on. They obviously DM'd me, weren't happy that I removed them from the show and didn't let it turn into anything big. I just moved on with my life and I'm hoping that they do with theirs. But another one, same person that advertised their actively live show. The main reason I removed them was while I was running a set of books. Before I even pulled the book out for a request for a buyer, they're like, "Oh yeah, I have these 2. Like, come over to my shop." And I was just taken aback. I'm like, "Bro, what? Like, you're supposed to be a friend. Like, we're sellers in common. I've helped you out." So that one was a little striking. And again, I just had the side conversation real quick of, "Hey, man, like that's not cool. I'm hoping in the future you can understand when to and when not to do that to other sellers." They didn't like that response, and that's kind of what I touched on earlier. But yeah, unruly sellers do exist, and don't be afraid to call them out on their shit. Don't let yourself get walked over in the middle of your show, especially because that also shows your buyers what they can get away with. So do hold people accountable, but keep it calm, courteous, respectful, and move on like the badass you are.
I have seen that too, where people go in and they'll like promote their show while another show's while the show's going on. And I have told them that's a good way not to get customers, because if your customers are your tribe, right?
Yeah,
they're not gonna be like, yeah, it's like, "Oh, let me leave this show that I'm enjoying to go to your show." That's a good way not to get followers. I personally, as a buyer, would never go to a show that is actively going, that went and promoted during a show.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't do it. I would, because ethics are something that you do when nobody's watching. And if you're going to do that while someone's watching, what are you going to do when someone's not watching? I don't want to deal with you if you got really bad ethics. I just don't.
That's why I called it out and removed them and moved on and cut that connection off, because it was someone I was helping out actively as well. So to kind of bite the hand that's feeding you is not a good look. And that's what's frustrating in it is, the help I've given has kind of gone to waste because they just made themselves look like a piece of crap in front of 20 people in my room.
Right.
So
And it's one thing if I would say it's one thing if you don't have the books and you don't have the item and inventory, and someone says, because I if anybody's got a book that there's someone's looking for and I don't have it, by all means, shout it out, hook up, connect, so that way you can sell your book, they can get their book that they're looking for. That's a kind of a community building kind of way, in my opinion, to do that. But to just say, hey, come check out my show.
and we're all open for the advertising. I mean, we all do it.
Yeah.
Each other shows like Follow, Bookmark,
Exactly.
Punisher, Jason, all these people. There's a time and a place, and
but don't do it like, hey, I'm streaming now, or I'm going live right now. Come check me out.
It's an interesting one for sure. Threw me for a doozy. I was like, what?
Okay, Mr. Alien, how do you deal with them?
I may have talked already, but I just it's tact, I
did
think
you?
I think we're trying to say. Yep, I think so.
Oh, sorry. It's because I had a pattern here, and once everyone dropped back out, it's like all screwed up now. Okay, so you touched on the topic then. Did Joey? Did you touch on it?
What?
On this topic? I don't know. I'm not even here.
What are we talking about?
Your monkeys have gone away.
Forget about it.
I just have one thing to
Where am I?
It with these unruly sellers, the longer you prolong it, it's not good for your show. So the faster you take care of the situation and get that bad aura out of your room, it'll make for a better show.
Absolutely.
So just remember the band means I'm the bad aura.
Yeah, here's the thing about other sellers. You need to be friendly. That doesn't mean you're going to be friends with everybody. There are different communities within whatnot, that little cliques, if you want to call them that. You be respectful to fucking everybody, but not everybody's going to be in your clique, whatever you want to call it. It's like that in fucking high school. It's like that at a job. Whatnot's no different. You look at the people on the screen, we're all pretty close people. We shout each other out. We take care of each other, and we'll bring people in. And the more the merrier. But I mean, we can't be stupid to think that we're the only ones. And this is for new sellers. And I'm getting to a point on this in 1 second. But we can't be the only ones thinking that everybody's loves us. Everybody's gonna treat us great. Everybody's gonna no. So if you're a new seller, make sure you pay attention to the things that everybody on this panel is saying, because you want to get connected with the people that are doing it right, giving good advice, that's giving these little details that you do not want to do. Pay attention to what's going on around you, because you don't want to get connected and be known as not doing the things the right way, is what I'm trying to say. It's very, very important. Like Omen, you've been selling. He just popped out. Yeah, Omen's been selling for what? 6 months, 8 months
since December.
6 months and a few days.
Yeah, and look how far he's come. I mean, the dude's a freaking savant at this, and he's doing it the right way. But so make sure you're connecting yourself with the right people. Do things the right way. The more you network, the more you're going to be able to see who's doing what, how they're doing it. Because again, your reputation is going to follow you. You might get away with some shit for a little while, but it's not going to last forever. So it will come back to bite you.
Yep. Punisher, how do you deal with it? Because you love doing it.
All right. I actually am glad I get to talk, because I have had some serious experiences with trolls, with a full-blown attacks on streams. We've also had some serious situations that cause mass chaos after the shows. into threats of lawsuits and tons of stuff going. I don't. Maybe I'm just in different shows than you guys, but I can tell you that there are these cliques that go around, and when one individual tries to go after, their whole posse decides to come into a stream and tries to totally
Armstrong them.
What?
Armstrong them.
Yes,
bully them.
they try to bully them. They try to bring down their show, and this is where mods come into play, because I don't know if I have been the enforcer mod or whatever, but I seem to be the mods in these shows, and I have been the one to kick these fuckers out. And not only that, I've been in this one show last week, and this person came in and like started harassing the seller, and the seller said, Punisher, you know what to do. And bam, gone, blocked. And I can tell you the NWO has their own text link. And I can tell you when that conversation about something comes down, Rick, what's my first response?
I will tell you, block that motherfucker. I think it was.
And I can tell you that at the end of the day, see these people on this panel right here? These are true people that you care about. Listen, you can't stop the idiots. You can't stop the people that are jealous or the people that are whatever. Okay. At the end of the day, there's bad people in life. These are people here on this stream that you could call at any time and they will be there for you. Any of them. And I can tell you they're good people. They always have your good intentions and everything, but there's just bad people out there. I seen it in the toy show with Skipping, the sitting there, and these people are acting like fucking lunatics over toys, and poor Skipping and her mom are sitting there trying to sell this stuff and
108 degrees. It was
and let me tell you something about Skipping Stones. Let me tell you something about Skipping Stones. Skipping Stones is one of the most generous people I've ever met in my life. She is not greedy. It's not about the money. It's not about anything. Her goal from the minute I met her and stay until 6 o'clock in the morning, hoping for that Hulk 181 to pop up in the middle of her stream. Is that she wanted to give stuff that her uncle and her family had and make sure that it went back into the community. That has been her message since day one. And for people to come in there and do all this shit, and I can tell you, Skipping can attest to this, a message came from me. Not because I wanted a certain thing. It was like, look, I can help you. This is what we should do. And that's when the mods came into play.
I appreciate that so much too.
And
that was a game changer in my whatnot life.
And I can tell you that I have been involved with some battles with people because people that truly know me, look, I am the person that will have your back, but I am not a person to fuck with. And I tell you right now, I will not back down. I will be the most ruthless son of a bitch you've ever met. But you come in
Punisher
my show,
want all
we're gonna-
that smoke, baby.
Hey, you know it, baby.
I love this crew.
It's not that I'm trying to do, I'm just saying that at the end of the day, I am going to be your best friend and somebody you can count on for life, but don't fuck me over. Don't come at me trying to act like, and I'm telling you, these shows, when I mean this stuff happens in these shows, it is ugly. It is downright ugly. Not only does it interrupt your show, interrupt your business, it gets personal. And when it gets personal, it can get real ugly quick. And if you don't have people that are willing to step up and get rid of this nonsense, then, you know, you're a mistake. So that's why you got to get those mods 100%. The only other thing is I want to say that my dear, dear, dear friend Jenny has been abused, and she is totally
Like I said, I'm
fine.
sorry.
And
she's a whore.
Go to Pops.
But I'm kidding. And I will say it right now. If anybody doesn't know, my fake account is Jenny Jingles. and I do it to troll people and have fun in streams. So if anybody doesn't know, I am Jenny Jingles.
And I just add one more thing to this. It's really important for the new sellers to understand that I've seen personally where one of the sellers that I was visiting got personally attacked by 13 buyers in their room for something that happened in another room. Okay. In my opinion, he totally handled it badly because he was fighting with everybody in the room with those people. He was bashing the seller in the room also. So what you got to understand is you cannot bash anybody in your room. If somebody is in the room that is friends with that person, can report you to whatnot, and it is a ban for doing something like that.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
So
We don't have time for this. Listen, all of us have personal lives. All of us have issues. All of us have things going on in our lives that is personal and everything. When we come on, it's an escape. We're trying to make some money. We're trying to run a business. We don't have time for this nonsense. If you have an issue with Punisher Rider, here's my number. Give me a call and we'll have a conversation.
Yep, exactly. And that's the same probably for every single one. But let's let Lots bring us home on this topic. Lots, how do you deal with trolls? Because I've been in your shows and I've seen them in there.
probably just puts him in his garden.
Darn right. They're definitely there. I would say everybody's echoed the mods. I've had the same mod since like I met Sound Blaster night one. He's actually been busy like planning his wedding and stuff lately. It's been weird not having him, but he's the first gatekeeper. I just have a rule like don't block anyone until you talk to me because I like to give everybody a second chance. Like everybody has a bad day. Don't just blindly block somebody. Let's talk it through. But he's same thing. He has full carte blanche to do whatever he's got to do to keep the show moving, keep it everybody happy and respected. You know, I would say too. Most trolls are just they just want attention. So I end up I don't know if you were in it, but I'll end up like making fun of them, or I'll end up like if they keep asking for Daredevil, I'll shout them out every time I put a Daredevil up. I'll be like, yo, you better bid. Yo, you better bid. Like, you want Daredevil, you better put your money where your mouth is. Like, I'll just continue to pepper them. Some of my biggest trolls have become actual good buyers for me now because I call them out. And they have nothing else they could do but put their money where their mouth is. I think it's all in the personality of the person who's streaming, what kind of environment you're in, and also to Joe's point right before me, when you have a situation like you have a new seller who's trying to deal with something like that, it's kind of different, because they don't have the notoriety and probably don't have the experiences to draw on to know when to shut it down. Is this normal? Is this not? Here's just holding on for white knuckling it, trying to get through the show.
Or the confidence.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the other thing is I know for a fact there are some of our most seasoned buyers. We can all think of them off the top of our heads. They will see a new seller who says silver or bronze age in their title, and they are all going to hit that guy at the same time, and they're going to recommend he dollar starts everything, and well, this guy does. You have to have that confidence to be able to say, that's not my stream. Like, that's not what I'm about. Like, and stand on your own 2 feet. So, I mean, that's really it. I haven't really had to block anybody in quite a while, so.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. Pretty much it's get your mods. And if you don't talk to, we will do another mod stream. We want to get more mods on here, specifically a mod show.
We should do
Um,
like a mod seller thing, like a dating show. Like, are you a seller
yeah.
that needs a mod?
The dating game, man, oh man, bring back memories.
Like, we're on to something here, right? You
Hey,
like that?
I've been saying this for months.
I would never have gotten this far without Sound Blaster. Sound Blaster is my ride or die. Like they're
Yeah.
so important.
Yeah, he is, no doubt about it. He's been with you since the
Yep.
way back.
I've
And
never
if
been
you
remember.
notice, a lot of people in the stream have a lot of the same mods.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. And they're great mods. They're great mods. They
Dude,
each
we all
bring
know-
They're
something
swingers, you know what I'm saying? They're
Russ
swingers.
And you know, I take care of the mods also, man. I
Absolutely.
throw them a freebie every once in a while just for their help.
Oh yes, definitely take care of your mods.
I mod for
if you're
skipping because of the free reach rounds.
That's why I don't mod Punisher.
Definitely give them that reach around.
Speaking of the reach around, you know how some sellers they have like in their buy now, top loader or a press. Skipping, you ought to throw that reach around in there.
Reach around. Yeah, there you go.
Add-on service.
Just
Premiums. That takes premium seller to a whole nother level. You
just
know?
enough for people to go. Well, that's in my budget. Yeah, I can use it.
Right,
I think you
exactly.
really should
Keep
try
it cheap.
out
That
and
way you'll
put it
get
in
more
there.
quantity.
And all she does is reach around the comic.
Yeah, definitely take care of your mods when you acquire one. And in regards to the mods, make sure that you have a good mod and not just anybody modding you, because because you are giving them power, and you want to make sure that that person is someone that has a good understanding of what a mod should be doing, and or at least at first, I mean, sometimes you put people mods that are maybe they haven't been a mod before, but you want to have someone that you've had experience with a little bit. And sometimes your first mod should be maybe a family member, maybe your wife, maybe your husband, maybe your mother or father, friend, whatever, at first, until you establish yourself a little bit. And then you can talk to maybe one of your regular customers that's in one of your shows, that, and or talk to other mods out there and say, hey, would you mind helping me out? Maybe they can, maybe they can't. Modding takes up a lot of a person's time, and just because they don't want to mod for you, don't take it personally, because again, it's something that takes up a lot of time. But slowly establish yourself, and acquire those mods. I know Zilla's been with me since I think August of last year. Punisher's been with me since July. And I started in June, so that tells you relatively how quickly that I acquired the mods. And I think Tawny came in probably around September or October or something like that. And then Michael shortly after.
Sorry, Skippin'. I don't mean to cut you off. But we've got to get to the last topic. I'm
okay.
Sorry.
We're not at the last topic.
No. We're gonna put a 3-minute timer for everybody to keep this. We also have to get everybody's promotion at the end too. So I'm just trying to get it in.
Yes.
But
I apologize. I thought we were already there.
No.
Why don't we do this, Flat? I got a suggestion. Why don't we table the third topic tonight and open up the discussion so we have enough time to make sure everybody can promote their shows?
Good idea, buddy.
Well, I don't have a problem with that.
I'm good.
Just say it,
I was
Santa.
thinking about
I
it.
agree
That's
with
why
Punisher.
I agree with Punisher.
Wow, this is like hell must be freezing over.
No, screw you. In fact, everybody gets 3 minutes. You get 10 seconds. Screw you, buddy.
That's all I need to do to get from A to B, brother.
He said 10 seconds, all I need, babe.
Until you have one of Skippin's reach around, you don't know how good 10 seconds really is.
All right. We're gonna go to everyone can say exactly where they can find you, what shows you've got coming up, little bit of personal, let everyone know. We're gonna start with I know JS Les has to run pretty soon, so let's start with him.
My man, I appreciate you, Flat. Yes, indeed. Thank you all for being here with us in the fam tonight. Flat, thank you for having me on. You can find your boy Jay Schless and the Boss 1232 Saturdays on Whatnot. Ignite with a capital Q. Sit back, relax, roll something up and pour something down, because each and every week we be getting it in. So hope to see y'all there. And again, Flat, thank you very much for having me.
Nice.
Best damn voice on Whatnot. Hell yeah.
So good.
The newcomer,
God just blessed you.
Mr. Lots. Where can they find you? Get them on the socials, anything. What have you got coming up?
Thank you all for having me. This was a great first show. Lots of comics I've been selling for 4 or 5 years on different platforms, Whatnot for like 2.5 about. I think I'm the old timer of the group. I am also on Instagram, same name. I do an Instagram show with Carmine's Comics every Monday. Starting on the 8th, I'm moving back to Mondays. And then I do, on Whatnot, I do Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday evening right now. That might change a little bit. But it was a pleasure to have you guys. And I'm a one-man show near New York City. And I appreciate it. Thank you.
We're in New York.
Right above New York City. I'm in LaGrange, just right next to Poughkeepsie.
All right, cool.
Nice. Joey, where can they find you? What do we got coming up?
Let me see what I got coming up. What do I got coming up? Well, I got my Thursday, what I usually do on Thursday mornings. I do a little what we do here for the sellers and everything, but I've been doing that for about over a year now. I do there are no stupid questions, only the ones you don't ask. So you got me on Whatnot. I got a couple of shows that I set up all the time. I got the FOC weekly pre-orders and new releases on Sundays. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and now on eBay Live.
Yes. The eBay Live. We talked about it last week. All right. Mr. Punisher, you've got 10 seconds.
Punisher Rider 1 on Instagram. It's been blowing up. I don't know what's going on. It's a private account, but it's been blowing up.
All right.
And of course, nobody could probably. Can you guys still hear me since somebody left?
Yes.
Yep.
Nope.
Yes, we can. Oh,
He can't
I'm
hear
gonna wait.
us.
I'm gonna wait till Punisher comes in and add JSLS and whatever back, because it seems like it works better if I put them both in at the same time. Okay, we're gonna go to Omen. Omen, where have you got?
I'm Omen Bids on Whatnot, Instagram, and soon eBay Live. I had to kind of benchmark that this week due to my dog's injury. So that'll be coming up next week. But thank you again, Flat, for having me. Thank you, panel, for being awesome. And thank you, chat and the viewers, for allowing us to do this.
All right, Mr. Punisher, you're back up.
Yes.
10
Okay,
seconds.
Punisher Rider will be back this Saturday. Is once a month show. So come visit me. I've got a lot of crazy, cool, awesome books. And can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because every time somebody leave. All right. One thing I want to shout out is the last cast will be dropping here in about 2 weeks. Totally excited. It's a Whatnot community comic book that we have built. Yours truly is one of the main characters in it, as playing myself as P. Ryder. Also, Skip and Stones, Flat Earth Santa, Critical Hit, Sir Jesus, Surtur, Fortgasm, and
Perfect.
Miss Surtur are all involved in it. It's absolutely amazing. We've been writing and going. We are working on book 3. We're gonna almost finish with book 3 already. I could tell you from some of the stories, you guys are gonna be blown away with some stuff that's coming up. Also, in the future, there's some other people that are on this panel that are already agreed to be in future books. So we are trying to bring the community in. You get a chance to play yourself in the comic, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Love it.
Nice.
Love it. Love it.
Very nice. Mr. Alien, what have you got?
Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. It's nice to meet everybody, and it's nice to be here. Great to talk to y'all. Yeah, I'll be here on Whatnot, Alien Warrior 75, and you can reach me on my website, aliencomics.ca. If you're looking for rare books, look us up. Thanks for having me, guys.
And he's also #1 Canadian on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans got hacked, eh?
Yes, it did.
It was Santa.
Of course.
He said that confident as shit. Did he say yes? Yes, it did. It
Yep.
most certainly did.
Yep. Mr. Soda Pop, what have you got going? Where can people find you?
Yeah, first I want to thank the chat and the panel. You guys are all freaking awesome. This is it's one of the highlights of my week. I learned a lot, like every week, just being on here as a panelist. So what we are doing does make a difference to new sellers, but even experienced sellers. Like you're always learning in life. So you can find me on Whatnot. We sell our big shows Sunday, noon Central, Tuesday night trivia, 6 p.m. Central. Well, basically, we just sit around and we drink, and we apparently now tell your mama jokes and tell each other names and just have a great freaking time. Tuesday, Rick got a little tipsy on camp. It was quite delightful.
It's there.
But it was apple juice that just happens to come out of a Jameson bottle, if Whatnot's watching. Yeah, and then we do Thursday mornings. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Rick or Soderpop _comics. Yeah, and if you're a new seller, hit me up on Whatnot. I'll give you my cell phone number. You can call me anytime. And I can tell you probably most people on here feel the same way. Do things the right way. If you need help, let us help you because we want you to succeed. If you're eating, we're eating. If we're eating, you're eating. And that's the best way to network and build each other up.
Amen.
Absolutely. And take us home, Skipping.
Well, I'm Skipping Stones, and I'm on Whatnot and Instagram, Skipping Stones _vintage on Instagram. And you can find me on Whatnot Thursday nights, 4 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. And you figure it out if you're somewhere in between. Again, on Friday nights and Sunday nights. And getting ready to celebrate my 1-year anniversary on Whatnot. I think that's 2 weeks out. So we'll talk about that again. Just running some more books, and I'm getting down to, I think, about 30,000 books. And I'm going to be adding in one night a week. One of my nights a week I'm going to replace with some of the other items as I continue through the summer, including the baseball card, well, not baseball, but trading cards. I'm going to be adding records in. We're going to be doing a toy show soon, and t-shirts and more and more and more collectible stuff. So if you like the other stuff too, follow me. if you're a new seller or even an experienced seller and you want to network with me, you can reach out to me anytime. And I'm happy to help you set up or navigate or just say hi
Very
and
nice.
shoot the shit with you.
Absolutely.
Perhaps
And
a reach around if you're lucky.
there you go.
Yes, that could happen too.
You can put that as your giveaway, as your buyer giveaway. Get a free reach around. Yeah, no. And for me, obviously, Monday nights bragging rights. For those that don't know, it's three panelists come on. They show the books they got in the last 2 weeks. The chat doesn't know whose books are whose, so they vote on the books themselves. But the chat decides who wins, and it's
We
a
had one
lot
of
of
the most
fun.
insane fourth rounds ever.
Yeah,
It was
it
so
was
good. It was
I'm on
it's
so
this
good.
it's a lot of fun. So
That's
if
on
you
the
want to take a look at bragging rights in my live on my YouTube, you can sign up yourself, come on, be on the show. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, whatnot, why not? On Wednesdays, we love helping people, new sellers, experienced sellers. The more people, this has become an absolute amazing family. Um, Sundays coming up here again. Unfortunately, it won't be this Sunday because I will be at Monte Casino. Uh, I'll be setting up, and the following weekend will be Niagara Falls Comic Con.
Have a
So,
great show.
yeah, thank you. But we'll get back to doing Guess the Grade again, where we actually help people learn how to grade and show books that I'm sending off to CGC. And we said, we interact. You get to guess the grade, and when it comes back, you get points. And at the end of the year, we're giving away a cool, awesome slab. So it's a lot of fun. And of course, yes, Terrificon, um, Richard Soder, Mrs. Soder, uh, Punisher Rider, J.S. Lesson the Boss, Surter and Mrs. Surter, the Baileys, myself. Um, I forget who else is coming. I think Lots might be going too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come check us out.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eggplant and Goodbye are always there
Yep.
too. Macman Comics are there. They'll be set up selling. Just a lot of people are going to be there. It's a
And just to
lot
give
of
a shout out to that, it'll probably be easier if you're going to probably meet a lot of people that the people you named at the Surtur and Punisher Rider booth.
yeah. We're going to
Yes.
be pretty much all there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I think Lots is going to be there.
I
You're
will.
going to be
I'm
at
a
Terrificon.
local.
Yeah, awesome. So that's awesome. So we're all going to be there. Check
First
us out.
round's on flat, by the way.
Yep, lies. And of course, there will be the biggest, the most epic. Trump will be saying it's so awesome. Epic battle between myself and Punisher Rider in the last cast. We are going to go head to head.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, there is a cover of the last cast of Punisher Rider and Flat Earth Santa in battle.
Oh boy.
All right. Thank you, panelists. Thank you, chat. Guys, you were awesome. You guys are family. You know that it's absolutely awesome. I may bust on you guys, mess with you in chat, but you know it's all involved. It's you guys are awesome. Well, except Punisher. I mean, he can come or go.
Listen, it was even in the chat tonight. Blame Punisher is known on Whatnot.
Yeah.
It is. I get emails about
it. Chat, we couldn't do it without you. We wouldn't do it without you. You guys are amazing. Thank you again, panel. Thank you again, chat. We will see you next week. I'm going to play us out. I'll be backstage for a couple minutes. If you want to stay and talk, absolutely awesome. Just stick on. But Thank you again. We will see everybody next week. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Later, Gators.
Bye.
Thank you.
Guys.